Hey Pokemon Masters! So today guys, we're doing a little history of video here. And in this video guys, I'm going to be talking about Pokemon Battle Coins. And what are these, how to play the game, and all the other things I think are really cool about them. So let's get into it. So let me get how the game is played here. So this is my other pack here as well. So I have two of these, which is really nice because that means I have a playable set. You need 3 coins to play, and I have 2 sets of 3, so that means I can play with someone else, which is pretty cool. So as you can see with these coins, guys, they have different numbers on the sides, a couple other different things, like this one has a green like pie piece there. The Meowth has a potion. Arbok has a special move, poison. And then my Dugtrio from my other coin here also has a Pokeball. So a couple different effects, different items can be used, and a whole bunch of different things. But let's quickly, guys, talk about how the game is actually played. So first up, you pick your 3 coins, and you can put them in any order you like to. And basically, it's like a deck, okay? So the other side here, I'm gonna pick my other deck out. So I have my other coins here, put whatever order we want to. And then what you do is you pick top coins up here, and those are the 2 Pokemon that are gonna be facing each other here. So I have my Arbok, and then I have a Dugtrio here, okay? So with these 2, how you play is you spin your coins. Hopefully if it wasn't on a mat, it would spin a little better, but then one player has to hit and put their finger down to catch the coin while the other one's still spinning, and then player 2 grabs it, and then what they do is they push them together and they see where they match up. So hypothetically here, let's say Dugtrio got 30, and then we got poison here. Let's pretend that I didn't get that. Let's say I got the 20 here. Whichever Pokemon has the highest number is the one that wins. So normally, Arbok, we get thrown out here. But I want to talk about this special move here. So some Pokemon have different moves on here. So there's moves like Boom, Confusion, Poison, Bind, Wrap. Ditto has Transform. I think there's maybe some other Pokemon that have Transform as well. There's also like Hypnosis, Sing, Sleep, and so on. But these moves have special abilities to them. So let's talk about Poison here. So a Poison move, happens, it trumps any of the other numbers. So I don't care if my Dugtrio has 30, Poison takes effect. So what Poison does is it kicks Dugtrio out, and it makes me bring out my next Pokemon, and Dugtrio goes to the bottom of the stack. However, if, say, Dugtrio is my last Pokemon, it just gets knocked out completely. And then the second decker, my player 2 here, loses the game. Now, on the flip side, Dugtrio also has an item too. Items can be used as well, and they take priority over any numbers. So let's say I'm using this one here. So I'm my Meowth here, which also has an item, which I'll talk about. But say they're spinning, and boom, it lands on a Pokeball here. So with a Pokeball, that means I can go ahead and take my Dugtrio out and swap him in for another Pokemon. And then this is the new Pokemon I'm playing with. Similarly, Meowth here. Meowth has an item here, which is a potion. So how a potion works is if you hit the potion, obviously the potion item takes priority. And what ends up happening there is I get to revive a Pokemon. So if I have a Pokemon in my knocked out stack, I can bring it back, and I believe it goes to the bottom of my stack. Don't quote me on that one, but it does go back in your stack, which I think is pretty cool. And the last thing here is, unfortunately, I don't have any combinations for this that work. But you have some of these green tiles here, and what happens with those green tiles is those are automatic knockout tiles. So the really cool thing about that is, if you have a knockout wedge, what ends up happening is if you spin it on the other Pokemon and that color matches the other Pokemon, so this green would work really well for, a grass type. And it would ignore the number and just discard it and knock that Pokemon out. So it's an automatic knockout, which is really cool. Now, with all of these Pokemon here, guys, there was advertisements that, tease that Mew coin, that 151st Pokemon. However, looking it up, guys, I found advertisements with it, but according to Bulbapedia, there's no record that it actually exists, or at least no one's come out and actually said, hey, I have this coin from collectors, and I still haven't found it to this day. So maybe it's out there, maybe it's not, but otherwise all other 150 Pokemon are collectible. Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, your starters, Pikachu. Obviously I have a Raichu coin here, guys, so you know Pikachu's a thing. But I just thought this was a really cool game and I wanted to learn how to play it. And sadly I don't have anyone who would play it with me. Right now, guys, if this is something that you are interested in, you can find them on eBay for like, I think anywhere from like 15 to 20 bucks a pack, which is pretty cool. But let me know, guys, in the comments, or whatever, if you even knew about this Pokemon Battling Coin game. Did you know it existed? Do you have any anywhere? If you do, you don't want them, you are more than welcome to reach out to me and send them to me. I would love to add them to my collection. But some of these artwork, guys, are those classic 151 art styles here, and while some of these coins are a little worse for wear here, there's some tarnish on them, but you're guaranteed hollows for every single Pokemon, which I think is really cool. So I think I have a good variety here with different attacks, and then you also have your different special attacks here, and as you can see too, some of these Pokemon have different number of wedges. Arbok here only has 4, and then Meowth here has 5, which I think is pretty cool. Now this Meowth is very off-center here, so I'm not 100% sure how well that quality control was on some of these Pokemon, but I still think they're really cool, and I'm glad to have these as part of my collection. So make sure you guys like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, talking about random Pokemon history and random fun facts. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.